Hello, Namaskara. This is Harsha here. Welcome back. Today is the day 7 of the 21-day headstand challenge, or what I'd like to call 21 days to master headstand. So, in the last 6 days, I showed you or even taught you how to do the first six variations of headstand. So, let's just do a quick recap of all the 6 variations first, and then I'll tell you how we do the 7th one. So the first 5 variations were 1 to 5. The 6th one was Parshva Shirshasana, what we call as, where we move the body to the side, right and left. So let's have a quick recap of the first 6 variations, and then let's go for the 7th one. So today is day 7 of the 21-day headstand challenge, or 21 days to practice or master headstand. Let's get started with the practice. So, as usual, you interlock the fingers, place it to the wall, place the crown of the head, you lift the knees, walk in, and then lift the head up and come up. So this is the first variation, and as I've told you, try to stay here for 30 seconds to up to 5 minutes based on your level of comfort and based on whatever level of progress that you are in with respect to the practice. Don't push yourself, take it slow. So from here, let go of the hand one by one. So this is the second variation. Elbow shouldn't be outside, let the elbows be in. And then in the third variation, you bring the palms close to one another with the little finger touching one another. And in the fourth variation, you bend your hands and catch hold of the forearms or the elbow. And then in the fifth variation, you stretch the hands in the front. So these are the first 5 variations which you can do it in one single stretch. And then last week, we did the 6th variation, which is Parshva Shirshasana, that is turning the body completely to the right side and the left side. When you're turning to the left, twist, and then you come back to the center, and then onto the right side. You come back, and then when you want to come down, you bend the leg, place it on the wall, and then gently drop the foot down. And as I've told you the last few times, try not to come up immediately after you practice headstand, because you will definitely feel, there's a downflow of the blood. And as soon as you come up without giving a break in between, you feel like you're blacking out. You may start to feel a bit of giddiness also. So we just stay here for a few seconds. Get the breathing back to normal state, and then we come up. So these were the first 6 variations of headstand that we did. So last week was Parshva Shirshasana, where we turn the body to the right side and then to the left side, so that the double S-shaped spine is again twisted. And I'll tell you more about this in the upcoming videos. So this was the 6th variation. Today is day 7, where I'm going to teach you the 7th variation of headstand. In the last video, I had showed you the Parshva Shirshasana, turning the body to the left and then to the right. So in the 7th variation, it's the same. It's just that this time, we turn the body, and at the same time, we stretch the legs apart. Like this, for sure. So let's see how it's done. Let the fingers be interlocked, touching against the wall. You rest the crown of the head. You lift the heels, lift the knees, walk up, touch the back to the wall, and then you slowly come up. So this is the first variation. In order to do the 7th one, what we call as Parshva Ekapada Shirshasana, or Parshva Ekapada Shirshasana. So you stay here. From here, you turn the trunk, and then you stretch the legs. See, as soon as you do, the tendency of the elbow coming off the floor is quite natural, and you may not be able to actually completely keep the legs also straight, but that's quite natural. You can bend the legs a little bit. First, let's just get used to this, thought of wanting to straighten the legs and pressing the elbow. See, in order for you to stay sure, you may find it very, very difficult, and you may feel, okay, there's a lot of pressure on the neck. So, just to avoid that, you bend the leg a little bit and tuck the elbows a little bit in, and then come back. Because you're doing this for the first time, let's take it easy, okay? Now, bend the leg, move the right leg inside, and then the left leg outside, and then keep the legs bent for some time, but turn the trunk and see if you can straighten the leg wherever you are. It doesn't matter, even if the legs are, one is down, one is up. Even right now, I've kept one of my leg up and one of the other leg down deliberately, so you don't have to break the head. Just stay wherever you are. Breathe. You find even this difficult, you can bend the leg and just stay here. And then when you want to come back, just turn the trunk, straighten the legs, and then bend, and then slowly drop down. Rest the forearms, rest the head on the palms, relax the facial muscles, and then you slowly come up. So this is Parshva Ekapada Shirshasana. So Parshva is, again, the body is turned to the right and the left. Ekapada means Ekapada. So when the trunk is turned, you stretch each one of the legs in the opposite direction like this. Hence the name Parshva Ekapada Shirshasana or Parshva Ekapada Shirshasana. So right now, whatever I showed you was just a scaled down version. If you're practicing this for the first time, I honestly suggest you not to do this by keeping both the legs straight. It's going to be, you'll find it very difficult. Take it slow, keep the legs bent, and maybe try stretching one of the legs. I'll show you now the second way of doing this. Place the crown of the head, come up, you turn the trunk, get the balance, you bend the leg, and then you stretch the leg. See, this is how it has to be. And right now, we are actually even making use of the wall. We're taking support of the wall. This should actually be done without the support of the wall, and that's going to take anywhere between 8 to 9 months for sure. And once you feel like you want to stretch the leg like this, and if you can't balance, you can take off the hand and then place the palms like this to start with. Since I'm now turning to the left side, I've taken my left forearm off the mat and I've kept it over here. And then I come back, move my hand back to the same position. I take my right hand off, place it in the front, and then I stretch. Then I come back, I move the hand back to the head, I release the hands, just try to get the balance so the body is still, and then I take my hands back, slowly bend the leg, and then come down. Rest the forehead on the palms. Slow down the breath. And then you slowly come up. So this is the 7th variation, what we call as Parshvaikapada Shirshasana. The body is turned, and after you turn the trunk to the right and the left, you stretch the legs in the opposite direction in the cross angle position. So this is the 7th variation. Give this a try, but don't do this without the support of the wall if you don't have anyone around you to just support you and make sure you're doing it correctly. If you have a teacher who can guide you, just show them this, and then maybe they can also gain a certain level of insight. But if you are someone who wants to gain mastery over it, take it very slow. You will be able to do these practices with whatever I've been instructing you over the last couple of days. But you need to have some patience. You can't push yourself too much. Respect the natural state of the body, respect the limitations that are there. You may not be able to bring the legs down completely like how I did. It's not possible. You may be able to just turn the trunk and then cross the leg, but completely straightening the leg, you may find that difficult. Give it some time. Don't push yourself too much. Take it slow. And even in this, once you start to practice this variation, stay here for a maximum of 20 to 30 seconds, not more than that. So this was the 7th variation. I hope you like this practice. If you haven't done the earlier ones, if you haven't practiced the earlier versions of Shirshasana, I honestly suggest you to practice that. You can find them in the links in the description. First 6 variations is very, very essential, and it acts as a foundation for you to practice whatever I just showed you right now. I hope this was informative. I hope you learn there are a lot of other techniques also. I'll teach you that in the subsequent ones. First you get started with that. First you get started with this, and let me know how you felt. Please do give this a try and let me know how you felt in the comments below. I really look forward to reading them, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.